We still have a few seats up front here. Please come have a seat, and don't stand the whole time. And if we could, perhaps, Richard, if you could ask someone from the Grand to bring a few more chairs in. I think we're going to need some more, and that's a good thing. We're so glad to see everyone here. We're going to go ahead and start. I'm Dan Gibson, Mayor of Natchez, your mayor. And it's such a pleasure to be here with you on this beautiful day. In spite of the heat, we're finding a nice breeze and the humidity is lower. And in fact, I visited with some guests, visitors from Indiana today, taking a carriage ride, and they said they were surprised because it was more humid up there than it was here. I thought, wow, that's a first. We are here to celebrate some great things happening in Natchez. And so glad we're seeing more chairs. That's a good problem. We are about to enter the fall of the year. And if you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a drought. And it's hard for these flowers to keep up, and it's hard for all of these beautiful trees and foliage to do what they do here in Natchez. We are such a beautiful city. And we are about to be in a very busy time, our fall season. And so we thought, well, let's all pitch in and let's come together and discuss some exciting things about Natchez, but also kick off what we hope will be a great campaign for Natchez called our Fall in Love with Natchez campaign. After all, fall is a great time. But it's always a good time, any season, to fall in love with Natchez, is it not? And so we're going to have a few speakers here in a moment and talk about these things. But first of all, I want to say what the goal is here with our Fall in Love with Natchez campaign. If you go across the state, into other states, any community, you will find communities that are thriving, that are beautiful, and if you take time to linger and visit, you'll find that, especially in the downtown areas, it's those stakeholders that are really making it happen. I'll give you one example, and that is a recent visit to Fairhope, Alabama. Have any of you been to Fairhope? It's a beautiful city. And I had the opportunity while Marla was doing some antique shopping to have a seat. You know, they always have a place for the guy to sit. And I struck up a conversation with a lady who has been there in business for many years, running a very long-standing antique store. And I asked her, I said, and she's now in her 80s, I said, you know, Fairhope is just beautiful. What have y'all done to make it so beautiful? All these flowers, all of these benches, all of these planters. And she said, well, I will tell you, it all started with the merchants. It all started with us. And I was one of the very first ones. And then began the whole story. And how these merchants, trying to beautify the town, trying to lure more and more business to their town, decided to start sprucing up. In time, they were planting flowers, they were painting benches, they were sprucing up their storefronts, and lo and behold, we see what it is today. Now, granted, over the years, they've had some very generous donors who have come along the way to contribute to the beautification of Fairhope. But it all started limited resources, limited personnel to take care of all the needs in our city. And so when we get these texts and